Have you ever paused to consider who bears the ultimate responsibility for the vast ocean of content shared across the internet every single second, particularly when some of it might be problematic or even illegal? In the European Union, host providers can indeed be held liable for user content, but this liability is not absolute and is contingent upon specific conditions, primarily outlined in the E-commerce Directive and significantly updated by the Digital Services Act. The foundation of this framework lies in the E-commerce Directive, enacted in the year 2000, which established a set of safe harbors for intermediary service providers. Under this directive, a host provider is generally not liable for illegal information stored at the request of a recipient of the service, provided they do not have actual knowledge of the illegal activity or content. Once they become aware of such content, through notification for example, they are expected to act expeditiously to remove or disable access to it. This creates a crucial notice-and-takedown mechanism that shapes online content moderation. More recently, the Digital Services Act, or DSA, builds upon these principles, clarifying and expanding the responsibilities of online platforms, especially for very large online platforms. While the DSA reaffirms the safe harbor provisions, it introduces more stringent due diligence obligations, enhances transparency requirements, and refines the notice and action mechanisms. It emphasizes that while platforms are not required to actively monitor all content, they must have robust systems in place to address illegal content effectively once they are notified or gain knowledge. For host providers, this translates into a need for well-defined terms of service, clear reporting tools for users, and efficient internal processes to review and act upon content reports. It means platforms must invest in moderation systems and demonstrate diligence in responding to valid complaints, thereby ensuring a quicker response to problematic material. For users, it means having clear avenues to report content they believe is illegal, expecting platforms to take timely and appropriate action. An important aspect of this legal landscape is the prohibition on general monitoring obligations. The DSA, like its predecessor, specifies that host providers cannot be forced to actively monitor all content for illegality. Instead, liability hinges on their actual knowledge of illegal content or circumstances that should have led them to such knowledge. This concept of a diligent economic operator means platforms are expected to act responsibly and proactively once issues are brought to their attention, rather than policing every single piece of user-generated content without specific cause. Ultimately, understanding this evolving European Union framework helps us appreciate the delicate balance the law seeks to strike. It aims to protect fundamental rights like freedom of expression, foster a dynamic digital single market, and simultaneously ensure that online spaces are safe and accountable environments for everyone who uses them.